Hi, I'm Craig Phillips. In this video, I'd like to introduce you to the range of attachments for WAGNER's HVLP paint sprayers. These first two are the Wall Extra iSpray attachments. You have the handle extension, and then this range here are from the Wood&Metal Extra range. This is the gravity fed. You've got the large reservoir and the standard reservoir. You have the corner and reach with the long nozzle. You have the detailed nozzle and the brilliant nozzle. Fitting your attachments to your paint sprayer is quick and easy. We place our arrow in line with the unlocked one, we turn it and it clicks into position on the locked symbol here. Easily change the attachment depending on the requirements of the job. The Wall Extra iSpray attachment is designed for painting your walls and ceilings using emulsion paints. They come in two different size reservoirs with the same heads, an 1800mm reservoir and a 1300mm reservoir, with patented iSpray nozzle for extra fine atomization for both thick and thin paints. So how this works is, we have the paint comes out the very center here with the iSpray nozzle. You have airflow top and bottom, directs that paint. Now you have one control on the top, which allows you to do a narrow pass over when it's set here. Take it up to there, a wider passover. So that means your paint can come out in about 50mm wide, right the way up to about 200mm wide. You've also got an option of spraying up and down, or turning the nozzle and spraying horizontally from left to right. Then to the rear, we have this red dial here, which is the material volume adjustment. That goes from 1 all the way up to 12. And how this works, when we turn the settings to 1, it restricts the trigger, and then if we open it up fully to 12, that will allow the maximum amount of material to travel through the nozzle. You can unscrew it from the pot, of course, put your paint into here. You have your suction tube, which can be set forward for when you're spraying the walls, or you can set it to the rear if you were spraying your ceiling. So these are the Wood&Metal Extra standard attachments. These are for small and medium-sized projects. You can use water-based and oil-based paints in them, just to name a few: wood preservatives, gloss, satin, undercoat, stain, varnish, primers. They come in two different size paint pots, the 1400ml and the 800ml. So how these nozzles work: the materials come out the center needle here. Airflow top and bottom directs it. You have the choice from spraying from left to right, up or down, or you can set it in between there for a very narrow pass over of paint. Once you've got it set to the upright position, the paint will project out around about 150mm wide. By turning it in between, that'll bring it down to about 50mm. Then you have your trigger here. Once that is connected to your paint sprayer, this dial can be dialed all the way back, which reduces the trigger from being pulled back, which of course will project a lot less material out onto the surface. Or if you turn it right the way up, that allows you to pull the trigger a lot further back, allowing more of your material to travel through. So if we unscrew this off our pot, that's of course where we put our paint in, and then the material suction tube can either be put forward if we were spraying a surface on the floor. You could keep it forward if you were spraying an upright surface. You could turn that to the rear if you were spraying above you. This is the Wood&Metal Extra Brilliant attachment. This is designed for the very smooth projects that you need, like furniture. It's suitable for wood and metal paints, including wood preservatives, gloss, undercoat, primers, and even satin paints. The optimized nozzle and airflow guarantees high quality, brilliant surfaces. It comes with a 600ml pot. It is suitable for WAGNER's universal sprayer, wall sprayer, and Wood&Metal sprayer. With having a smaller needle size, it gives you a finer atomization of spray pattern to give you a brilliant finish. This is the Wood&Metal Extra gravity-fed spray attachment. It's suitable for the universal sprayer, wall sprayer and Wood&Metal sprayer. It is already connected to a WAGNER machine. With this attachment, you get two size pots, 150 and a 600 milliliter pot. This metal stand here is only for when it's not in use for resting on, but when it is in use, it can fold back and click into position here. With it being a gravity-fed system, it allows you to use the smallest amount of paint. Every bit of that is going to be getting used because, of course, the gravity will allow that liquid to come all the way down. Now, benefits of using this type of system is if you're doing crafting or very small, detailed, intricate work, and you may need to get that nozzle really close, for instance, you know, like this, by not having the paint pot below you, is giving you that extra couple inches difference where you can get closer to that item while spraying it. This is the Wood&Metal Extra corner and reach attachment. Now it's designed for, of course, getting into real tight corners and hard places to reach, maybe if they've got closed in sides here. The actual nozzle, which is 22 centimeters in length, has a 25-degree spray attachment on the head there. So if I was spraying straight in there and I had this set to one side, my paint would come out of the center and branch off there about 25 degrees. If I turn that down, of course, it's still going to come out the center, but that 25 degrees will angle down that way. And likewise, when I turn it to here, straight in the center and branching off there at 25 degrees. It has a 600 milliliter pot for the material. This attachment is suitable for WAGNER universal sprayers, their wall sprayers, and also their Wood&Metal sprayers. Ideally, it's designed to get into really tight, awkward areas where you wouldn't normally be able to spray in, like the thick column traditional radiators, or maybe inside cupboards and drawers. Just the extra length on there will allow you to get in that tight corner. This is the Wood&Metal Extra detailed attachment, which is amazing for really close, fine, detailed work. It comes with a 250 milliliter pot. As you can see, it only has one spray pattern out the center for that perfect jet of paint. This is the Universal Extra extension handle from WAGNER. It adds an extra 60 centimeters to your overall reach, and it works with all WAGNER HVLP paint sprayers. It's very easy to connect and use. You have the trigger on one end, so you connect that to your paint sprayer by offering up the arrows on here and on the unit, where there's a click, connect. You have a symbol on here indicating when it's unlocked or when it's locked into position. It's usable with both the iSpray attachment and also the Wood&Metal attachment. And once it's locked into position, it's nice and secure and ready to use. Now, those of you who are using this for the very first time, I'll probably advise you to put water in your pot to start with, and then you need to calibrate this dial here. By turning that clockwise, you can see that this is starting to pull back and just go a little bit tighter on that trigger. Once you get a little bit of a bite on there, it's more or less set. And when we pull this main trigger on the unit, of course, that then pulls this trigger and your paint will come out. What you don't want to do is over tighten this, because if I over tighten that, you can see that this trigger is already starting to get pulled back just that little bit. And what could tend to happen then is any of the materials in here will start to come out of the nozzle. Some of the benefits of using a 60 centimeter extension handle like this, it allows you to get right up to a standard size ceiling without using ladders. It's also ideal for when you're spraying the floor like decking area without having to bend over. If you're just using it on a normal wall, that extra reach allows you to spray from the top to the bottom, again without using any hop-ups or ladders. Now if you're a keen gardener and you're spraying the fences, you may have some shrubs that could be in the way. It's ideal so you don't have to step on top of them. You can just squeeze through with the length of the extension handle and spray your fence panels. When your extension handle is in use, all you get is the warm air from your paint sprayer that actually travels up through there. So once you've finished painting, there is no cleaning required on the extension handle. We do hope this video helped you better understand how WAGNER spraying technology can really help you with your painting and decorating projects. And for more information, just check out the website, wagner-group.com.